Good morning. Welcome to your stretch, lengthen, and release. We'll be targeting our full body, really opening up the lower body first, nice and long with the use of a strap. We'll also carry the strap into some seated postures as well for some upper body. But make sure you have a strap nearby or whatever you can. Grab pillowcase as well if you do not have a strap. I have misplaced mine, so I will be using a little bit of a bungee, but same idea. And go ahead and lie down, get nice and comfy, get connected with your breath, your body. Just take a moment to let everything go. With you lying on your mat, we'll take an open mouth sigh. Deep inhale, filling up the belly, filling up the lungs. Exhale. Option to make sound as well, not just with your breath. Deep inhale, we'll take two more. And last one, deep inhale, filling up the belly, filling up the lungs. Exhale, let it all go. And with this space right here, we'll take a moment just to connect with how our body feels after letting everything go. So this week's focus on the yamas is santosha, which is contentment. It's finding peace and acceptance where you are right now. So a lot of classes we talk about how today maybe feel different than yesterday, depending on what you did or last week or whatever. And so the comparison is not necessary. Where you are right here is exactly where you're meant to be. And that little saying, that little motivation, intention links to santosha, a place of contentment, also where our mind goes. Usually when we're in holding postures or in our boot camp or in a little bit more of a hot yoga, sometimes that extra burn, our mind is going to go somewhere that may not be serving to the practice, and just reminding it that we're okay right here, right now. And if you need to stop, there's no judgment. If you want to add weight, there's no judgment. So the same thing about stretching. Where you were yesterday may be entirely different. Your hamstrings or low back might be tighter today. So with all of that, just taking a moment to truly tune into the peace and contentment in your body and in your mind. So if that intention resonates with you, that is what we will focus on, and I'll continue just to add little reminders throughout our practice. But I will go ahead and lie down and join you flat on our back. And as always, just letting your body melt down into your mat. And connect with your breath. Deep inhale, filling up the belly, filling up the lungs. Gentle pause at the top. And exhale, let it all go. That double empty at the bottom, creating space for that new cleansing, purifying breath. Two more breaths just like this. Perfect. Stop. And we'll take a deep, long body stretch. Pointing your toes forward, take your hands back behind you. And exhale, we'll hug our knees into our chest, bring our forehead to our knees, releasing the back of our neck. And inhale, lower our head down, take our hands to the tops of the knees. Just as a little bit of a guide, we'll gently bring them to one side, gaze in the opposite direction. Really leaning in, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we'll take a gentle lean to the other side. You're welcome to flow this with breath. Maybe remove the hands, go a little bit deeper. Just twisting gently through the spine. Giving a nice little massage to our sacrum and low back. And we'll take one more on each side. Coming back to center, we'll drop the heels down, cross our right ankle over our left knee, and on our exhale, go ahead and bring your left knee towards your chest. Just allow that outer hip to gently open. It is a deep stretch right away, so just taking it slow. And inhale, slowly lower that left heel down. We'll uncross the right and take this on the other side, crossing the left ankle over that right knee. And on your exhale, slowly bring that right knee into your chest. And inhale, drop that right heel down, uncross the left. Full body stretch, allow your feet to extend forward, taking the hands back behind you. And on your exhale, hug the right knee into your chest. Little compression of that right hip. Go ahead and roll through this ankle 3 ways in one direction and then switch 3 ways in the next. Point and flex those toes. And then we'll reach and grab a hold of our strap, loop it in the ball of the right foot, and lengthen the foot up to the ceiling. Taking a nice relaxed grip in the hands and shoulders. Then we'll take the strap in with our right hand and slowly allow that right leg to open out to the right side, going as far as you can. to allow that inner thigh to begin to lengthen. On your next inhale, slowly guide that right leg back up to center. Switch the grip into your left hand, and on that exhale with a nice straight right leg, we'll exhale it across our body. Really trying to target the full back of our right leg. So we're not bending into that knee. And we've done this series on the ground before, but we're going to switch it up after this posture. So just want to kind of alert you ahead of time so our muscle memory doesn't take over. We'll enjoy this little twist for a few more breaths. And from here, we're going to keep rolling to our left side. We'll end up on our belly with our right leg out. So slowly beginning to roll to the left side until we're on our belly. From here, bending into that right knee, we'll take our half frog. Option to rise up on the forearms. You can also keep lowering down all the way down to the belly. Anything that feels good, just allowing the inner thigh to slowly open. Keep the strap around your toes. It's okay if you've already removed them, but we will use our strap on the next posture. On your inhale, lengthen through that right leg to meet the left. This is where having that strap connected to those toes is helpful. We'll reach and grab a hold of our strap and slowly bend our right heel into the sit bones. If reaching around and grabbing the toes for a little bit more depth is accessible to you, you're welcome to do that. Stretch the quad even deeper. To avoid too much pinching in that low back, we want to keep our low back nice and long. We want to keep that right knee on the ground. Sometimes when we lift it up to deepen into that quad stretch, we can compress that low back a little too much. So first, keep that knee on the ground, and then depending on how you feel, you can begin to lift that leg up, get a little bit more stretch through the quad, but just be mindful of your low back. From here, we'll slowly remove the strap, release that right leg. Just to release the low back, we'll bend both heels to the sit bones. We're going to take those windshield wipers, dropping the ankles to either side of those hips. And we'll bring the heels back to center, slowly lower them back down. Take your hands underneath their shoulders. We'll press ourselves up into a child's pose. And press all the way back. You can take traditional child pose. If we're taking traditionals with the knees together, you're elongating your lumbar spine a little bit more than wide leg. Explore what feels better for you in this practice. Lifting up our head on the inhale. On your exhale, go ahead and walk your hands over to the left. Place your right hand on top. You've probably guessed it. We're really focusing on opening up the right side body first. On your inhale, come back to center. It will feel a little weird to begin with. We're gonna rise up to that box. Shoulders stacked over, wrists, hips over knees. Lean towards that right hip. Take 3 circles. Come back up to that neutral spine. We'll cross our ankles behind us, roll into a seat, extending those legs out forward. Give them a nice little shake. And we'll take a Paschimottanasana. Inhale, peace fingers high. On your exhale, peace fingers reach to grab those big toes. You can also take your strap, depending on how tight you are this morning. Wrap them around both feet. And then pull those toes towards you. Just take a nice sit. This is actually a version more of a staff position than that Paschimottanasana. So as you may remember, I cue a lot that we're opening up our lumbar spine first, then the back of the legs. But if you're taking your staff and that feels better this morning, and you flex those toes towards the shin, we're opening more of the back of the legs. So kind of going for a few breaths where you want to. And we'll slowly remove our strap from our right toe, keep it into our left, and just drop it off to the side. We just want to have it hooked for later. We'll hug our right knee into our chest, cradle in the bottom of the right foot into the left elbow, right knee into the right elbow, and we'll just give this a nice little side to side. Allowing that hip to open and release. And we'll make a figure 4, planting the inside of our right foot and the inside of the left, or we can take our half lotus if you want to activate and aid in your digestion, turning over to those left toes. Inhale, take the hands high. On our exhale, fold over the left foot. This is where you can use our strap. We haven't focused on opening the back of the left leg too much, so it's nice to grab the strap instead of the toes. And if you'd like to take a little bit of a side body opening on that right side, of course, left hand to those left toes, reach that right arm up to the ceiling and overhead, really rotating the heart open up to the ceiling first, and then reach the right hand over. So this variation We're opening up the top of the hip to the lower rib. So we should feel a nice elongation of the side body as well as that low back. Release. And on your next inhale, slowly flow back up into that figure four. Remove the strap, place it off to the side. Unravel that right leg, meet it to the left. Give them a nice little shake. And we'll make our way all the way down to our back to open up the other side. For me, when we focus on kind of contentment in the body, it's nice to focus on one side entirely. I don't know why. I feel more at peace when that other side finally gets to be in balance. So that's kind of what we are focusing on, or the method to my madness of this flow. So from here on your exhale, when you're on your back, bring that left knee into your chest. Nice compression of the left hip. And when doing so, we'll begin to open up that left ankle. Nice big circles in one direction. 1, 2, 3. And then switch. Then point and flex those toes. Locate that strap you placed off to the side. Hook it to the bottom of that left foot. And lengthen the left leg up to the ceiling. Again, relaxing that upper body, the whole purpose of using this strap.
Winter shall howl at the walls, tearing down doors of time. Shelter as we go. And promise me this. You wait for me only, scared of the lonely arms.
Switching the strap in with our left hand is if it's not there already. On our next inhale, we'll begin to guide that left leg nice and open out to the left side, allowing that inner thigh to lengthen and release.
And maybe, just maybe, I'll come home.
And from here on your next inhale, guide that left leg back to center, switch your grip into the right hand, and on your next exhale, allow the left leg nice and straight to reach over to the right side. Cross your body. And just a gentle reminder, as we hold this position, we'll be guided into a different flow than coming out of this posture back where we started. And from here, we'll keep rolling onto our belly towards the right on that exhale. Trying to keep that strap around the toes if possible. So as we exhale, we're rolling to that right side, to the belly, keeping a nice bend this time in that right knee. For our half frog, option is rise up into a Sphinx position. Elbows underneath the shoulders, pressing that belly as fast as possible into the mat, getting a nice curvature into that lumbar spine. Or if that feels like too much this morning, you can also take your forearms, rest them on top, rest that forehead down. Anytime we have pressure along the front of the forehead, it signals to our body to go into more of a meditative state, our parasympathetic, our rest and digest. So when we are visiting our child's pose and we have our head down, or obviously lying on our belly, those are great signals to our body to continue to slow down, let go of tension, and start to heal. Our best healing is during our parasympathetic. So you're welcome to go there for a few more breaths.
You take the big one, I'll take his brother.
And we'll go for that quad opening. On your next inhale, allow that left leg to straighten nice and long.
Cause I'm late for
Just to get those hips nice and square, make sure you have that strap still around those left toes. And on your exhale, bring the left heel to the sit bones with that strap. If you can reach and grab a hold of those left toes, you're welcome to take that variation and that depth. We'll take a few breaths here before we deepen, if you would like.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
And just to be mindful of our low back, you're welcome to stay here. But if you want a little bit more depth in that quad, a little bit more focus in that lengthening, you can begin to lift that left knee up towards the ceiling. That's taking a little bit more long elongation from our hip to our knee. But of course, like I guided on the other side, just make sure you're being mindful of that compression in the left hip, the low back. Couple more breaths, whichever variation you're sinking into.
Sold all these clothes to buy me this land. I'm sort of happy.
We'll release our bind around that left heel slowly. Allow that left leg to lengthen. With our toes on the ground, we'll take some windshield wipers with long legs. Just a little swish, sashay side to side, rolling on those quads. Then we'll take our hands underneath our shoulders, press up and back into our child's pose. Again, you're welcome to take a wide leg or traditional, any variation that suits you best. We'll rest that forehead on the mat. An opportunity to come back into our intention of contentment, our santosha.
Looking out my window, the night you keep on pointing out my halo, big pointing finger, six fingers.
Halfway lift, inhale. On our exhale, walk those hands over to the right side. Place your left hand on top. Stretch through that left side body. This is where we're starting to bring the left side back in harmony with the right. So as we keep adding these poses, one more after the next to bring us closer to our right side body, just take a moment to tune in after each pose just to see how your body feels. Maybe you're breathing easier. The left side isn't as jealous, isn't begging for the same attention. Notice that release. On your next inhale, come back to center and exhale, we'll rise into our box. From our box, we'll take those hip circles to the left, leaning towards that left hip. Nice big circles. We'll take 3. Coming back up to that neutral spine, we'll make our way to a comfortable sit. Bring your strap with you. Elongate those legs, give them a nice little shake. We'll take some windshield wipers. Really nice and exaggerated, dropping the knees to the one side. Make sure you're rolling over those glutes. Nice little massage, gentle twist through that low back. And we'll take one more each side. Coming back up to a comfortable sit. Lengthen out those legs. We'll take a Paschimottanasana. Inhale, peace fingers high. On our exhale, peace fingers to those big toes. Option to take a true Paschimottanasana, or if you're feeling a little bit of a staff pose, you can take the strap around both toes and come up to a nice seat. If you're using that strap, make sure you're guiding those toes towards the shins. And it's just going to open the back of the legs a little bit more and build some strength in our spine. On your next inhale, slowly lift up. Give your legs a nice little shake. We'll release our strap from our left toes. Place that strap off to the side, which is easily accessible for our right. We'll go ahead and cradle in this left leg. And we'll shake this side to side, just allowing that hip to open as we twist out to the side. Maybe you want to hold it there before you keep rocking. And we'll take a figure 4, planting that right foot or left foot to the inside of that right leg, turning our shoulders to square off to those right toes. Inhale and take those peace fingers high. On our exhale, fold. Peace fingers to those toes. Option to stay here into a nice figure 4. You can also take your half lotus with these left toes as well to activate and aid in that digestion. And to further open up our side body on the left side, we can take a little bit of a side opening, taking our right hand to those right toes. Inhale, lift the left arm high and reach it over to those right toes. And on your next inhale, slowly lift up. Guide that left leg to meet the right. Just remove the strap, place it off to the side. Give our legs a nice little shake, and we'll come into a comfortable sit rather than lying back down. Roll those shoulder blades back for 3. With our shoulder blades nice and rotated back, we'll open up our neck. Next, on the exhale, take that chin to your chest. Let your head hang heavy. Option to take the hands to the knees or drop them off to the side. On your inhale, take your left ear to your left shoulder. Left hand can reach out to the side, or you can take it to the top of your head and walk those right fingertips to the outside of your mat. Or take it to the small of your back. On your exhale, take your chin to your chest. Allow that left hand to rest down, and we'll take this over to the right side. Right hand can stay on your mat or reach the top of your head gently. Left fingertips can walk out to the side or sweep it to the small of your back, palm facing away. And exhale, we'll take the chin back to our chest, release the hands back to our knees. We'll locate our strap, lift our head just to stack on top of the shoulders. With our strap, we'll take it about shoulder width. Inhale, taking our strap and our hands up to the sky, gaze follows. We'll take a nice little side bend with our strap. Exhale, dipping over to the left side. Gaze up if it's okay with your neck. Otherwise, you're always welcome to look down. Inhale, come back through center. On your exhale, dip this over to the right. Inhale, come back through center. On your exhale, release your strap from your right hand. Our left arm has a hold. I'm going to turn just so you can see. Swinging our right arm to the small of our back. We'll take our left hand, give ourselves a nice little pat on the back, just so we can take that strap in with our right hand. On that inhale, slowly guide the left arm up to the ceiling. As you're doing it, that right arm will slowly walk itself up the spine. You're welcome to stay here or take a bend over those legs and reach the left arm forward. Inhale, slowly come up to a comfortable sit again. Give yourself a nice little pat on the back with that left hand just to allow that right arm to give some slack. We'll take our right arm, give it a nice little shake, roll the wrists a few ways, one direction and a few ways the other. Get a nice little shake. And we'll switch our grip, taking our strap in with the right hand. With our left arm, take it to the small of our back, just to grab a hold of the strap. You can bring that right arm down, again giving yourself a nice little pat on the back to give some slack in for that left arm. And on your next inhale, slowly guide the right arm up to the ceiling as that left arm guides up your spine. Opening up that front of your shoulder. If you'd like to take that bend forward on your exhale, you're welcome to take that variation, bending forward. Subtle change on the opening of our shoulder. And inhale, slowly lift up. Once you're there, give yourself a nice little pat on the back. With your right arm, allow that left arm to fall down your back. Reach it forward, give it a nice little shake first. Rotate through that wrist for 3. And switch directions. And then we'll shake it down off to the side. Removing the straps off to the side. Inhale, taking our hands high. Flipping our palms so they face the ceiling with our fingers interlaced. And we'll flip the palms back, prayer hands, and on our exhale, extend those arms out to the side. Rotate the shoulder blades back for 3. Always nice to bring them back into an anatomical position. Really open up that chest. And from here, we'll extend those legs forward. Give them a nice little shake. We'll take a core challenge, palms facing up, and we'll lower down vertebra by vertebra. Also gives our spine a nice little massage because as we're doing that, we're taking our chin to our chest. We're really rounding through the spine to open up the space between the shoulder blades. Once the middle of our back rests, then our shoulders and hands to follow. We'll give ourselves a nice little bear hug, bending our knees into our chest, wrapping our hands in front of the shins. Exhale, bring our forehead to our knees. Where we started. Inhale, lowering the head down. We'll give our low back one more massage. Dropping our knees to one side, gaze in the opposite direction of those knees, gentle spine articulation. One more each side. Once you're nice and even, bring the knees back to center, relax your hands down, drop the heels, the sit bones will come into a supine butterfly, bottoms of the feet together. So after opening some of the outer legs, it's nice to open up the front of the body. You can take one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, bring some focus and energy back into your body. Continue that focus, that intention. If you'd like to fully surrender and let go, you can take your hands out to the side, palms facing up. From this position, take a full body scan. Is there anything else you need to release and let go? Maybe you'd like to take a traditional supine twist. We didn't really visit that posture. That asana, you're welcome to do that. With your strap, you can take both feet up to the sky. Holding on to the strap. Bringing those toes towards the shin. You're welcome to melt into your shavasana. Elongating the legs out long. You're also welcome to take a happy baby. Find a little bit more movement for the next 3 breaths if you need it. And then come back down where we started, either here, if you've stayed with me in your supine butterfly, or your shavasana. And Now that our left side is back in balance with our right, notice how your body feels by the end of this practice. Maybe hopefully it's more in harmony, more at peace, more content than when you first stepped onto your mat. And there's no rush. You still have a few minutes left of your class left to truly enjoy your Shavasana. But if you are ready to find a movement and close out practice with me, as always, you're welcome to follow my cues, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, hugging your knees into your chest, rolling to your right side, taking 3 breaths there. Still trying to tap in to our peace and calm by rolling to that right side. And then when you take and finish those 3 breaths, you're welcome to press up and join me into seated. Inhaling my hands high, gathering the energy in the room, and exhaling, bringing all of that energy down into our heart space, our place of love and connection, or Anahata chakra. From this place of love, as always, I'd like to truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me and allowing me to guide you through this flow. I hope you do practice Santosha the rest of the week, finding your inner peace and contentment, however that looks each and every day, because just like showing up on our mat looks differently, so too does finding that place of peace and contentment. It may be reading a book, it may be going for a walk, it may be taking a nap, it may be going for a run, it may be doing spin class. Contentment can look different every day, and just allowing yourself to find that peace is the most beautiful thing you can do. The light within me honors, acknowledges, and celebrates the beautiful divine light in all of you. Namaste.